General perspective our society has is that being a man is being that tough, being that less emotional.
There are some companies that you see when they are hiring and says that most that who they want they are girls.
There's some opportunities that they put here outside, but also men can just have we can also have some more ability or some opportunity to gain that, but because it is made for the women, I just say no.
Many of the families don't allow girls to stay out late. They be like, maybe something wrong can happen to you, who knows. But for the boys, like, he's a grown man.
The main point here is equality. So equality doesn't mean that one have to be higher and other be left behind.
Hello guys, I am Valente Giraneza and we are happy to have again this show, this Youth Unmoderated Dialogues. So the topic of today is are boys being left behind in the gender conversation? So by the way, for me on my own perspective and generally from what I see, usually it's like guys boys are not being left behind. It's kinda like because of seeing the shift, how things are shifting, it's like the girls are catching up. Then by seeing that shift, you consider it as boys being left out. I would like to hear everyone's perspective, if either you're with me or kind of different on this. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ishimwe Zawadi. I'm the co-founder and deputy executive director of an NGO called Heal the World Community Development. So at Heal the World Community Development, we support vulnerable families and youth with a focus on mental health, quality education, gender equality, and poverty reduction. So today, I'm really honored to take this part in this dialogue and share our perspectives on how we can make gender conversation inclusive. So my perspective, I don't think gender left behind really, yes. But there are some point we forget boys, or we think that they are strong, they can make this, we don't have to empower them. But for real, we have to. And you boys, you have to fight for yourself. Yes. Don't wait for someone to lift you or encourage you. You are strong, you can do that. So in some point, like in relationship, yes. As girls, we think boys, they have to pay our bills, our hair, our nails, everything. Yeah, that's my point.
Okay, for me, like as the topic said today, for me, I think like yes, boys we are left behind. For me, let me start by giving an example. Like nowadays, like the past days, they have published like the marks for the graduates for senior 3 and P6. You know that like the girls they have to take like a percentage of 80, and like boys 83 or 85, something like that. For me, I think that is not gender. That is not gender balance because all of us, like as a girl, have the same mind as me. We take the same class, like the teacher will the same. So how can they take like 80 and others 85? For me, I think we are left behind in like in educations and other sectors. That for me, that's what I think.
Thank you. And my perspective about this, I think, yes, boys are left behind somehow. Let me give you an example about the society stereotype that we have in our society today, that boys don't cry. Like, come on. Like, come on, you're a man, you have to act like a man. Like, you can't express yourself in a certain way, you can't be emotional. It just means that you are being weak in front of the society.
Yeah.
So it locks them in something like a box to adapt silence even when they are struggling inside, and to adapt to the pressure of being the type of men the society expects them to be. Yeah, not knowing like who they want to be. So I think they're left behind somehow. Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Odilo, and I'm also with my sister and my brother here. Yeah, of course.
As in blood. Yeah. Oh.
Everything. So,
Left.
yeah, boys, it's kind of a fact that they are left behind in agenda conversations, because if you look like, as my sister said, there is a way that masculinity has been shaped by the society, which is kind of ancient, if I may say, because you see, as a man, you have like a line of living that you have to go through to be called a masculine. Like, as a man, you have to be tough. As a man, you have to be strong. You don't have to expose your emotions. That is your vulnerability, you know. And sometimes that is what causes many of men or cases. We have like most of the cases of suicidal cases we have today are boys, men in general. So why? Because we don't have like that's the space to expose our own emotions. Because you think like, if I go to someone who is either elder than me, or someone who I can tell my story, you know, or whatever have happened to me, you feel like, oh, he's gonna see me as a weak person, he's gonna underestimate me, you know. But in other hand, for girls, it is just a common thing. That's a no-brainer for a girl to go and cry in whatever, either on camera or in hidden
Everywhere.
place.
Be emotional.
That's a simple thing. That's a common thing. But if you do that as a boy, my brother, the society is gonna come for you. So
Why are you gay?
you see, yeah. So that is the reason. It is they are kind left behind for sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Olivier Shimi, and I'm co-founder of Pantera Transport. So my opinion is this: boys was not left behind. I stand with my sister here. So how was not he left behind? My perspective is this. What I can say is, let's see, this is the mindset that we have been used on the ancient, from the history, what and what. So here, the kind of gender, this comes from when the women or girls were weak. We say girls was weak from the recent. We know that boys from the culture of history was the one who go to fight, was one who go torero, and then women left in the home. So they take them as they was weak. So these things of being gender, they just try to equality them, so that every girl where he is, he has to feel that he can and do everything. So I can say that boys was not left behind because they're already strong. Women is weak. That's my opinion. Thank you.
If I may say something, that's not too bad.
Yeah, okay.
The issue here is the society has put like their all effort in putting ladies or girls in front,
Yeah.
and forgot that boys also need that kind of attention, need that kind of, care. As a matter of fact, you see that many of the NGOs, many of the organizations, many of the programs,
True.
Women.
Yeah.
they are for women. But matter of fact, have you ever listened to
Even our Senate.
Boys Day,
Yeah.
Men's Day? Have you ever seen that? But we have Women's Day.
Yeah.
So
International.
it's an international. You see, so it's not a bad thing that we put them, like, we prioritize them, but also we have to balance it. Yeah.
Okay, if I can say something is the reason why maybe I think those days, those special days that was for the girls, the women, what and what. It is the things that come to so that they can feel themselves that they are also strong. They are also like someone who can do something because the history left them behind. So that we have that's why the schools, some NGOs, some opportunities here outside was being put for the women because they can feel also they can just compete. If there is something they can invest in, they can do it, and they feel no fear and go to invest in them. So that's why I think that is some point.
I'm hearing your point. Like for me, I cannot oppose that. They need to be. I know they are strong, but here we are not talking about
they
strong
what?
thing.
Boys or the girls?
No, I mean the girls. They're strong.
Oh,
So, but we are not talking about like how they are being strong, but even the opportunities. You see, like there are some companies that you see when they are hiring, and says that that who they want, they are girls.
but from that, their positions usually. Okay, anyone here like did marketing or anything related where you be shooting or anything? Usually, a face of a girl in the front of a camera doesn't do that appealing as a face of. Okay, sorry to use a nigga as a face of a guy on
That
the
is
camera.
what we're talking about. We
Yeah.
are left
Yeah,
behind.
it's
Why?
not
Why
being left
does
behind, but by
And also
default. See,
women are
okay,
loyal.
okay, get into the shoes of hiring a hiring manager. So you're going to be shooting like a video about diapers. You see, like diapers, pampex, and whatever. Now there is you and there is this our sister here. You are in the okay. There is me and there is this sister here. You're the hiring manager. Whom are you going to hire?
Okay, so in that case, I'm going
You
to
bring
hire her.
diapers. Why do you
Okay,
bring
Now-
diapers?
but also you will see that, as you said, in most and many marketing positions and sales, you will find there is many ladies more than gents. Why? Because in our mind, the society has shaped that thing of ladies are more appearing, like are more
Are more attractive.
attractive.
Damn.
You see,
Attractive to who?
Yeah.
To men.
Yes,
No,
to
to
men.
to everyone. You will see on the receptions, in many
Front
of the
desk, yeah.
front desks, in many companies, you will never find a gent there or a boy. Never. There is always a ladies there to welcome guests. So why? Because the society has shaped us, like our minds, that ladies are more like when in those kinds of positions, when they are there, things go well, they go smooth. But when you put them gents, it's gonna be another case. So I guess that is what being left behind it is, not having those kinds of opportunities because you are this type of gender, not having, like, you will see that if we apply together with like, let's say 4 or 5 or 4 men and 1 girl, the lady has like 90% of the opportunity to be hired, and the last 10 you will divide that with the 4.
But then again, apart from believing that women make it work out, but usually women are thought of the people who are good and organizable, as in if you see most of the organizations or other areas of employment, women's or girls are being taken to be secretaries because of their what? They are known to be that very okay, to be highly good at organizing things, keeping up the schedule. You know, like your mom, she would be the one to wake you up in the morning, go to school, making sure like all the schedule is all up and tight. If you have like a maid, you make sure that the food is ready and good. See,
But remember that there are some families that doesn't have ladies there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what
women
happens?
are the
What
ones
happens to their
really-
schedules?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think organization, it's a matter of self-discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have self-discipline, you know how to organize things.
and again, I wonder, do you happen to have like women who have other girl secretaries?
Of course.
Why not?
I don't know, but I've never seen it though.
But
So
what
is
I
it
can
like
say
a
here-
converse? Does it
I
like
don't know if it is inverse or whatever, but okay. By the way, from that, where could you anywhere you've seen it, you happen to see like a woman having a fellow woman as a secretary?
Yeah, it is there. It is there.
Maybe the mayors.
It
Women
is rare
mayors
that
have-
you
yeah.
will see a secretary, who is a gent. It is really, really rare. I don't know if that's
Even
the
usually
case.
men are good at keeping secrets. You know.
Yeah.
Matter of facts,
Where is it? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That could be
That's
a
debatable.
thing you are saying.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's debatable.
That's a no-brainer, though.
The
Yeah.
moment you
Yeah.
tell your secret to a fellow girl, yo, know that you're done. Game over.
Yeah,
No.
it's because she doesn't know how to keep a secret, and a boy
I'll
can
tell you
happen-
from my own personal story.
Okay.
That's an experience.
From your own experience.
Just come to me. Yeah, it was this. It was okay,
Don't
it
cry,
was-
brother. Don't
Yeah,
cry.
I'm a man. Yeah, you know.
You see now.
Yeah, I'm a
You
man.
can,
yeah.
you can, it's okay, you
Amarira
can cry.
y'umugabo agwa mu nda. Atemba ajya mu nda, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So my story goes like this. Back in high school, okay, like there are moments when you're going to school and you don't happen to be having pocket money,
Yeah.
So I was like, I was with my fellow boys and we were about to get into the canteen. But then again, the girl whom we had come together in the bus, I told her that I don't happen to be having coins, like she would, rent me some money. I borrowed some money from her. But then the moment she saw me, we did it, we were two. See, it was like kind of secret. Then the moment I was with my boys heading to the canteen, the girl stood in front of us and said, "Hello, Valente, with my money you're getting to the canteen." I was like, okay, yeah, truly it is your man, but then again, we wouldn't need to expose it, right? And I was like, okay, girls, there is big girls, and I took it and I just went straight to the canteen as a man. So what? Yeah. Yeah, but you see, by the way, for you to keep a secret, it's kind of hard. You don't know how to control your emotions. You see someone got money from you, he really needed it, but then again, seeing him moving to the canteen, couldn't handle it. You get
Be
it?
like,
Okay, let me
Yeah.
ask
But
you a
also,
question.
according to this opinion, you see women and men at home. So they say that woman come and say, "This is my money, and this is the money's money." Okay, the someone is husband money, his money is to care about the family. But why do they say that the woman's money is just I care on myself? You were the
So
one
the
who was
woman's
saying that
effort in the
we are not
family is
left
just-
behind.
Okay,
So-
but for you, would you agree to do this as in marriage, that you mix your shares, or you just whatever you had before marriage, then after getting married, would you allow that you share it 50-50, or you just say, mind your own, I mind mine, we are just a family, but when it comes to shares and what you brought into the family, it's owners, but what would you choose?
Okay, my perspective here is, if you get married, we came because we each need each other. So you love me and I love you. So that I have to bring and you have to bring. So we share. So that we grow some children, some what and what. We grow up, we develop our family. That's what I think. You bring and I bring.
Choosing what? To mix everything.
Yes,
To spread.
to split.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. 50-50.
matter of fact, the family is not for only the man.
Yeah.
So you both are the author of that family. You are the one who started the family, man and the woman. So it's upon you all to make sure that the family, to take care of the family, the well-being of the family. So it's not only on the man to work for the family or the man that he has worked for, bring it all to into family's well-being, but ladies' money is only. I've seen this interview where the lady was saying like he was talking to his man. He was like, "Your money is our money, but my money is my money." You see, and you see the society has just accepted it as it is that. That's it.
Sometimes, like, sometimes that is the lady is working, like like she has more money, even more than the man, but like the
That's
man,
rare.
That's right. Yeah. And
You know the reason it is rare
Uh-huh.
is because you will not see a lady earning, like, let's say as an example, over 500k salary.
London, yeah.
Random. You will not see the lady dating or getting into a relationship with a man earning
Less.
100k per month. You know the reason? It is. Is it? That's
True,
not
true love conquers.
Ah,
Yeah, true love
that-
exists.
that's kind of some ancient stories.
Yeah,
you know.
myth.
It's a myth.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's a
is it
made-up
a myth?
ones.
Because it was made up. Because the society, even as a man, you feel like complex inferiority. Being like, this lady, she will not respect me as a man. Which is sometimes a fact. Because you cannot
happens.
you cannot respect someone who you earning more. That's as a matter of fact, earning more. It's supposed to be like earning respect itself. So as a man, you're supposed to be like ahead of the family. So now you're no longer ahead. The lady is going to be ahead. So
Because of the money, right? Yeah.
yeah, because without the money, I don't think that family is going to. Family things is not gonna work.
Yeah, sometimes she may disrespect you, but sometimes it may be the low self-esteem of yours.
It
Yeah?
is rare. It is rare.
Yeah, because a man is always a man. Yeah, see?
What do you mean by that?
By that I mean it's very hard to find a man facing a low esteem situation, as in usually man would be going to have a low self-esteem when he's either depressed or doesn't happen. Does a man have depression? I don't
Really?
know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Maybe
do.
in relationships,
They do,
yeah,
by
they
the way.
do, but
They
don't
do.
know that emotional, like you will see him go refusing to eat, saying I'm going to sleep the whole day. Maybe that would happen, as in personally you never know, like no one is made in the same type of brick or whatever, but it's very hard to find a man with a low self-esteem, because by default when you grow up in African society, in African culture, and you're a boy, you have to be raised as a man, okay, as a lion, as simple as that, because be that of a protective,
You have
be
to be
that
strong,
a provider.
tough. Survive.
Yeah,
You know.
see, it's
Survive.
about our society. But then the moment they bring he for she, the moment they bring these governmental programs, the boys really are starting to be left out. That's where we see like a lot of boy dropouts in colleges, and it's
Yeah.
very hard for a man. Okay, recently I saw a program. It's called Rwanda Men Engage, where they try to make men engage into these home programs like lifting babies, holding babies at home, learn to cook. But it's very hard to find.
Is
the men.
one program for
one
men
program.
over
Where we
over
have the whole
Right,
ministry.
millions.
the whole
ministry
ministry
for
of
women,
for
right?
women.
What
No,
is it
it's
called?
not only one.
Ah.
Even in my NGO, we have a program called A Man to Be.
A man to be.
A Man to Be,
Mhm.
where we take young boys and we teach them how to be a kind man, how to be a strong man in the future, how they will treat their family. Yeah. So it's not only one.
So
I am pretty sure there are a lot programs encourage boys and men. Yeah.
Would be glad to be invited there.
You
Because
are
we
all
don't really need that.
You are all invited.
the question with those kinds of organizations is the issue is that they base mostly on being responsible. teaching a man to be responsible, Eh, responsible financially, physically, but they left out the crucial part, which is mentally, psychological part. Because men, as a man, you see that one of those teachings that they say you have to be strong, you have to be tough, you have to be a provider, you know, a lady, you are there for a lady, you know. And you will see that when it becomes tough for you to put in action or to perform, you will no longer be a man, you know. There's other names that you will be starting to be called, you know. Just the I guess I'll be jumping by this, but let me mention it before I forget. May you include the psychological part also, because it is crucial. It is because I cannot perform physically or financially when I am not well-being in psychological. I will not generate the kind of money. I will not generate that. I'm not do good. I'm not perform good if I'm not good like mentally. So that is why it is. That is why it is very important for those organizations to include to base like deeply into psychologically issues, most for men. Teach them how to be mature. Like there's this research I've seen recently that says for men they become like emotionally mature at 60s or 50s, somewhere like there. But for ladies it is 30s, you know. So the reason is because it gets to those ages where they have faced like many questions, many like
And
problems.
they bring it back.
Yeah, they bring it back, and by then they'd be like, you know, I'm odd. I no longer have a room for being vulnerable, so I better start to act up. You know?
Even for me, like, I want to give you an example, like what this guy was saying, that like boys are more like dropping out of school and college, something like that. If for me, I can give you an example at my house. Like my older sister finished high school, and she did not get like these marks where the government give you bursary and something like that. So my mom said she has to pay for her for the school fees in college, like in university. And it was good, it was nice. And for me, if I the moment that I finished and I did get those marks, but I said, even me, you have to pay. I said, me? Nah. No.
So how are you handling it now?
So I handle it
That's all
myself.
on you.
That's why the
Oh.
boy said I have to work myself, so I pay for my school fees and something like that. And that's how I say that. Sometimes boys, we are left behind because we are the same. Like we are the same children, the same mom. Just to do it.
And other thing I can say that a man, we are also humans. We have emotions, and because in fact the society takes us, even if you say the society is including men's and women's. So even if the society takes a woman's, takes as a man, something that is strong, some giant that came from what and what. So men's also, we are humans. We have emotion. We can just there's someone tells me, or I don't know. Also, men's there's some men go some place where
cry.
and cry. Also, men's also cries. We have some emotions. So, so in that fact, what I can say is also we have not to depend only on the women's, also on the men, but also as your NGO started the best program, but also I don't know if the women also you teach them to take responsibility. because you also focus on only men. You have to be responsible to your family. You have what is the responsibility for the woman? Why can't you because there's some women who goes in the family or in the marriage and just being not taught in his childhood everything, how can care, how can take anything, take some responsibility. You know that there is some high average of the divorces. I don't think that a man is the first one who takes the step of divorce to say that I am the one who just say that I don't want my wife just go. No, I think the first step is from the woman. I think that's my opinion. It's the woman who bring that. Just if you can't to the man, we act like, because our masculinity, we act like we are men. We don't have to show some emotions, some just deeply feelings. But you think also, if you can't, I think the divorce man most of the time comes from the woman. That how do you
But
think?
again, that's
Why?
debatable. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think so too.
Why?
It is. It is kind of 50-50.
Yeah, because you have to agree.
Yeah, because there
agree
arises the issue of
everyone's- yeah, yeah.
toxic relationships and also the toxic
Masculinity.
yeah, toxic
Yeah.
masculinity, where like as we see like more women are just gaining more space in leadership and also everywhere, and we feel like now what's the use of being a man? Usually we knew like past in the days when you're a man, you truly was a man, like everything was designed to be for you, but you're the one to decide should a man be involved in or not. But have you ever happened to see like a WhatsApp group of girls or women who are planning like today we are going somewhere to take something like a
Planning
beer
a
or
trip.
yeah, see, like, but you always see boys having like
Adventures.
a group of kumesa or anything like where they'll be going for something, they have like a Friday for men, see, like now, like usually because now the girls are like taking over, you see like girls having kind of, it's like they are like shifting into our shoes, you see, like also they want to feel manly, and you will see them live on TikTok saying how they are like you go on a date 50-50, like that kind of a thing. It's kind of crazy, see.
Have you ever had a story of maybe like a lady who have paid for dinner like with
Something like
his
that.
man? Have you ever had it?
Even me, I did.
No, like
Oh,
if you are like,
How do you
Yes.
feel? How do you feel about
like-
after that?
After that,
Yeah.
no, me.
No,
I
you
don't
feel like-
think, no,
Yeah.
no.
How about
I
she just
think she goes to
invites you
other
over
girls
and
like
play?
her friends and she'll say, you know what I did today?
No, I'm not like that.
You know,
I paid.
No.
paid
like
for my
even
girlfriend
for
dinner.
the society, you feel like, man, you are tough. You are
No.
something else.
No, I don't do that because he doesn't have money to do that. I pay the bills because I want to do it. So me, I don't think man can only pay bills or anything for girl. Even me, I can do it for him if I love him.
Who
At
do you
least
think
one.
should pay
What do you think?
on a date?
Anyone who has money.
No, you both have money. We both have money. Who
We
should
both
pay?
has money. A man is a provider.
Thank you.
Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
But-
Most of the time, I think man.
But
can
you have
pay-
the same money, the same amount of money.
Look-
It's the
If
same.
look.
my man is
Where do you
the
want-
provider.
Look, okay, here's the scenario. You've invited me on a date. You've proposed a date. And we get there, we both have money.
Mhm.
We consume some amount of money. And the bill comes. Who should pay?
If it's me who invited you,
Mm.
I will pay. I'm gonna pay.
You depend to the
if
someone you
it's
invite.
you who invited me, you will pay.
But then again, you said the man was the provider, right?
Yeah, he's a
Has
the
to
provider, but
provide
he
that time.
No, he doesn't. He's not going to do all of that alone. Yes, you can work together, share everything.
I can bet code the moment you say, the moment that happens, most of the girls start to say like chivalry has ended. There is no gentleman anymore. I just got him out and I was the one to pay. Yeah.
You know, like
I
even
like
Leave only
some
not
of
paying.
them-
Yeah.
Some of them.
Okay.
Leave only not
Right.
paying.
Mm.
After the bill come and you be like, you know, it is gonna be 50-50. You know the look she's gonna give to you.
are you
Yeah,
a man?
I just have some.
Side eye.
I hear some
Bombastic.
scenario.
Really?
I don't know if we all know is about it. Okay, so I hear the scenario. Some girl says igweja. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Where does that
Kinigani
scenario
equation.
comes from?
That's it.
Like,
I just want to ask.
but even for me, like I think now the ladies, like some of the ladies that they have had like the agenda conversations in the wrong way, where even they want like they do, like you hear like that scenario where he say equation that is abusing. How
Yeah,
can
it's
a man or a person be equation?
But it's not an issue of it being abusive, but for the man, for us, we don't. Okay, I couldn't say that we don't get space to talk about things, but our problems are just overlooked. As in, a girl addressing her issue that she was raped, it would be much more loud than a boy saying like,
I have
at
been
our
left.
home we are poor, I need someone to support me and I go to school. The moment they see like a girl is facing any, we do happen to have gender-based violence, but the moment you hear it, you can never find a man's report saying, I was the one being beaten by a woman. If a woman
Yeah,
beats
you
you and
cannot
you're a
say.
man,
But
it's
it's your
just simple. It is a
problem.
story on social media,
Yeah,
end of story.
it is the
But
end.
the
You have
moment
become like a weak man.
there is no need
Yeah,
of it even being
some shames
of
out
beating the woman. The moment you talk to her, simply abuse her or insult her in any manner, hey, there Thierry is coming with the whole lib and
But
it's a different story.
have you ever go to police station and report your problem, like your wife beated you, like they
but
they,
it's
they
kinda
touch-
If you were a man, can you do that?
Can you do that?
Yes, I can do that.
Oh, that's why you're not.
That's not your not.
No, the issue
That's
is
why you are complaining that you are left behind unless you do.
the issue is not reporting. Because reporting, I can even talk to my brother here or anyone near, and I have been abused. That's a simple thing to do. But the main issue here, is the perspective of the society to you as a man claiming that you have been abused by a lady.
How?
How?
Even see the way
Are
like
you
right now he's
normal?
expressing it. See by a lady.
By a lady.
You understand how that stuff is heavy? By a lady.
And
Being
let me
abused by a
support
woman.
it.
Eh?
As humans, we like to fit in. Like in some places, we like to be in places where we belong. We feel like we belong.
Yeah.
And when you start that reporting, or I've been abused as a man,
Yeah.
you don't belong in the society anymore, because everyone
You're
is
already
looking at
gone.
you like, you are so weak.
You're already gone. No longer
Game
among
over.
us.
Yeah, this word I say you cannot say it on the camera, but you know that word they say, human you are.
You remember?
But here-
Is it at the end of last year when the Ben cried on the stage?
You know what's happening?
You
on the
remember
whole social media
how the
platform.
social media burst with, as a man, how can you cry? It's just a simple thing of being emotional in front of
Amira
people.
was there though. Yeah, she handled it perfectly.
But you will see many ladies coming in front of the camera, like crying, I've been abused, this and that, and the society will feel sorry for them.
Be
But
pitiful.
as a man,
If you cry,
crying in front of people,
So
That's
do
a
you
stigma.
do you think as a woman to come in front of people and cry, is it better?
Yes.
You want to also to do that?
no,
Want us to cry?
Yeah.
Oh.
crying. What is crying first? Is showing that kind of vulnerability that I have, and I do have that. So crying is a way that I can show you, or the way you ladies shows that they are hurt, they have that kind of issue. So as a man also, I should be able to do that, but I can't. Not because I can't do it, but because I'm afraid that the society will come up to me and be like, "What is wrong with you? Are you like?
Are you mad?
Are you mad?" That is not
And
masculinity.
even your parents would wonder and say, I didn't raise my boy like that.
You see,
Yeah.
That's not the boy I raised.
Even
Yeah.
that's
Oh, my boy.
your mom is the one who is going to be saying that.
Yeah.
That's not the man I raised, Kawisha.
I raised you to be a man, a strong
be a
man,
man.
tough,
Something
and
like that.
you'd be like, "That's it. I have to. This is all for me. I gotta do this all for me. I gotta fight for myself. No one else got my back, And
But
So what do you think can happen if as women and men have the same emotion?
no, we do
Like,
have the same
They
emotions.
can all cry
We do.
Yeah,
have,
we do.
We do have.
We do
the
even
same
cry.
Like,
Yeah.
yes, I know you do,
Yeah.
but why can't you cry in front of someone?
That's
Here's
what we
the
are
thing.
saying. Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Society.
So I'm asking, what do you think can happen if a man and a woman they are all crying? There's no one who is encourage other. What do you think can happen?
Okay,
Where do you
let me give you this kind of
men
a scenario.
Mm.
We both face a certain problem,
Yeah.
me and you, and you go there in front of the camera. You be like, we face this problem. We've been we've been abused, me and you. The moment you cry, and I cry with you,
Umugabo ninde.
But
Yeah,
let me tell
but
you, this
you
is
said
how.
man,
yeah.
yeah. right?
I'm supposed, as a man, I'm supposed to be there for you. You're gonna be good. You're gonna,
That
but
cheer her up.
the moment I
actually.
start to cry, I'm
See,
no longer a
between
man.
those guys, who are the man?
Yeah, you see,
But
because as a
What
man,
I'm
I'm
saying.
supposed to be,
So
it's
for me,
okay,
like
He's
the
the
way,
tissue.
yeah,
and
Yeah.
the way for me I'm seeing it's like saying the world a man, or the general perspective of our society has, is that being a man is being that tough, being that less emotional, being that you toughen up. You like the society. The issue is based within the society. It's not only being saying that boys have been being left behind. It's the issue like how are we like trying to balance? How would we balance the gender empowerment, gender balance or empowerment, but without leaving out the boys or alienating the boys? Like, how would we figure it out as a society? Or should the government and NGOs and schools either bring more programs also trying to power up boys? If truly it is, if the boys are being left behind, but then again, if it is not true, why would we see those issues that we are facing? Boys being the ones to start to drop out in schools, making a lot. You can never find a gang of young girls in a street. Like they be like those gangs or whatever who do nasty stuff in the streets or whatever. So like how could we like handle it? How would we like empower women, but then again without alienating boys or boys being overlooked or left out?
okay, I think what we can do is understand we as girls and boys, we all have the same emotions. We are all human. If I can cry, boys can cry too. Yes. If I can do this, even boys can do that.
So you
And
mean like
instead
sorry,
of saying let's empower girls, like some program I see or project empower girls, empower women, we can include boys too, because they have their own struggles, problems, yeah, and even them they want to be heard. Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Another thing is you will see that there will be some improvements that will be made in a society on how the society should live by, but all those like, can I say rules or regulations? Well, those kinds of regulations that should guide the society. Mostly, it is about women. You will never see a renovation of masculinity.
True, yeah.
You never see that.
Yeah.
Masculinity the way it was in 1,000, maybe 100.
During Gihanga Gomijana.
Yeah, in Django Mijana's reign.
Back in
it is-
days, yeah.
Yeah,
Still
it is still the same today
Now.
in 2025.
Yeah.
So there have to be like renovations also, not only for ladies, but also the meaning of masculinity, because it is still the same.
But then again, let's go back where it really started. You see, like the men's population started to drop out during the World Wars, where men would go in the war and women were left out to be the ones running industries, be the ones running hospitals, be the ones, but by the way, like the first programmer was a lady. You know
Really?
that?
Out of-
Yeah,
yeah,
Ada
yeah.
Bironi. Yeah,
Fact.
that's why programming is complicated though. Yeah, true.
Basically, the language.
Yeah, the language. Yeah. So that made really to make women start to feel, like how the USA fought for women, like women empowerment, seeing women in the Senate, and now here in Rwanda, like 70% of our whole chamber parliament is women.
Yeah.
But though they are women, but we still wonder the reason we're still having that empowerment. For me, in my own perspective, I feel like this he for she programs or any other programs which mostly are just focusing on girls should not be like girls at risk, better be youth at risk generally, because it's not only women who are being like need that kind of empowerment, because this, if it continues in this way, we're going to find ourselves where we are only having men into other things which are not that profitable or much of what high benefit, other than only know that you are a boy, the whole regiment, the population should be
Yeah.
boys. See?
And like,
Yeah.
and we will start again, like by empowering men
Yeah.
again when the
Yeah.
women are there, and we be the same cycle
But
again.
there's some question I have to ask.
Mhm.
So here we discussed it's okay for the empowering the women, but who empower the women? Are the women themselves empower themselves, or are we the men we decide to empower the women? So that is some question I have, because that is when the society will take something that we want. But on my opinion, the reason why this gender comes is because the woman was left behind, so that we make them to feel that they can. Is women that we empower the women, not women that empower themselves. Not
The issue, I get you. The fact that we have to empower women is right. That is, that's a no-brainer. That is how things have to go. You know, we have to empower them, but also don't like leave behind the boys, because
Yeah.
the main purpose of you is only
Empowering.
ladies. You have to, focus. Put your whole focus on ladies.
you are
Remember,
trying
there's
to
also
say
some
that
boys.
if you empower the women, just stay them down, but they don't not go greater to the men.
No,
Or
put them
some-
where
no.
encourage them to be where you want them to be. But also remember those boys who are also
them.
striving
Yeah,
to get where they
struggling.
dream to. Their dreams are leading them. Because if you focus only on them,
women, boys will not go anywhere. They will
on-
stay at the same stage.
And by the way, from that, I feel like, have you ever like heard in the news or elsewhere like someone raped a young boy and was jailed for 25 years?
Have you ever,
Yeah.
ever?
No,
That's
have
not
not,
the
but
funny
Only in
the
Indian
reason why
movies.
is-
Yeah, in Indian movies I saw it.
No,
Yeah.
no, no. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Here, we know that we live the same life. Okay, for the girls, boys, but we know that how the society is. The girls are the most one who meet the most of the challenge, most of the consequence of something or some crime that can be happened. For example, if I rape you, what can be happen?
You rape me?
That is
Oh,
an
sorry.
example. No, for the woman,
Sorry.
rape
Yeah, I
you.
thought
Yeah,
it was
that's
the
an example.
thing.
Nothing can
Sorry.
happen. No,
No,
Yeah.
no.
not cannot be happen.
Don't say
Hope you
that.
did in Rwanda, man.
That's another
Yeah,
story.
but-
That's
yeah.
another
Be another
story.
story.
But to the woman, if you rape her, there is some consequence that can come and just destroy his lives and what and what.
Does that apply
that's
also for the boys?
this
Yeah,
is
that's
this
what
is
we're
what we were
saying.
saying.
Yeah, that's what we're
This is
saying.
what we're saying. Raping or abusing doesn't like occur only on physical features.
Yes,
Even
Emotionally,
emotionally, mentally, psychologically.
So that means you can be raped emotionally.
No, you can rape me physically, but it doesn't like shows up physically. The trauma that I get after that is worse
Yeah.
than
More than that physically
the
thing.
physical features that should have occurred. So being abused, we have to report also, because my mental health is at danger.
Yeah.
If I don't report today or tomorrow, you will find me hanging there, because I couldn't just take it any longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
in escaping in other things like drugs.
Oh, yeah, see? Yeah, true. But then again, that's why I feel like if you do have like special rooms, you see, like the moment you got a hospital or a clinic, you will be finding like a special room for women.
Ladies'
So
room.
Yeah, this room was. Yeah, but why don't we happen to have also the special room for boys? But
Why,
this is-
what do you want to do in that room?
So what do you do in that room? Yeah, I feel like asking that. Usually,
yes,
I always
in
I guess
that
those
room.
rooms are for consultancy.
No, it's not for consultancy.
What is it?
Like
Let
change,
her tell
like
you, eh?
it's about changing the no
Pads.
pads. Yes,
Yeah.
it's about that, like changing pad. Why do you want to do there?
No, we thought that it was a consultancy room.
No,
No.
No, yeah.
no, it's like a changing room.
Yeah,
Oh,
and taking
okay.
showers.
Okay.
Yeah,
something
you
like
take
that.
shower and change pad.
Okay.
So here is the thing. So if you happen to go like in Britain they have unisex toilets. It's like it's a toilet without just not segregating. It's like a toilet which doesn't divide men here or
Or
women
women.
there. See, like so. How would you feel? So do you happen to take it as not them being that gender balanced or whatever? So like we do see this LGBTQ and whatever. So I wonder the moment it comes here in Rwanda, how like our ministry we usually have this the ministry is it for women for the family and what mije what something like that. So mije plov something like that. So but that F I feel like stands for females. Okay, whatever. See, I wonder like how will they take it? Like if we happen to be saying like let a person decide for his own sex or his own gender. So and we happen to have usually our culture. So how will we try to cope our gender balance? We try to involve it in the LGBT community as the thing is going worldwide, even in religions and whatever. So how will we try to cope it? So now it's not still the issue of a boy. You are a boy, but by then again you feel like you don't want to classify yourself as a boy.
Yeah.
So
You
how will
feel
we
like
try
you are
to?
a girl.
No, that's not the thing. He that just identifies himself as a girl. You see? Now how will we try to bring back that gender conversation? I feel like this will be useless and a best solution will be like let's take it from there. Like it's LGBTQ, like classify yourself the way you want, but then again, so how will we now start to separate who is a boy, who is a girl, and how will that gender balance will be still a problem anymore? Wouldn't that be the best solution?
No,
No.
doesn't solve anything.
Yeah, that will do so. If you're saying like the boys are being left behind now, they are normal boys that are just trying to identify themselves as girls of other females. So will we still be having boys being left behind?
So you want to mean that those boys who just want to identify themselves as girls,
Opposite sex, yeah.
they are tired of acting of manning up.
It's just the mindset or whatever they feel.
That mindset is I guess it is weak.
For me, I've been at ALU, this African Leadership University. You will find a lot of gay males. Yeah, they are like, of course, I am by the names. Yeah, it's like Eva, for example. But for example, no one I'm quoting or no one I'm saying truly it is. Yeah, he will be like, yeah, for me, I identify myself as a girl, and he will be even going to the girls' toilets as a man, Kavisha, having braids on and everything. Yeah. See, but then again, telling him that like the boys are being left behind in gender conversation would be like, oh, let them be. Because I'm no boy. See,
I'm not one
boy.
of them.
And I
of
feel
course.
like this. But then again, if we keep taking on like that, I see like if we keep empowering women, this will lead to more men wanting to become women. So they will feel like a lot of opportunities will be going for women. You see,
But
like.
there are some guys.
But is it a bad thing though?
There are some girls identify like they are boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not many of them.
Yeah. There are not many as boys.
Nowadays, boys, they are the ones.
But also he's giving an example to the men who become a guy, feel like a girl. I wonder, have you seen? Okay, I was just trying to say that you give us about the example about the man who feels like a girl. Okay, you just to go and just share some rooms, somewhat, and what toilet. But I have not understand the women who share the room with the boys as a lesbian. That possible?
Yeah, we do usually have like two women living together as parents. They go in foster care or they find someone and tries to get them a child. You know, it happens usually in these abroad countries and elsewhere. So for them, they by default they have to have a father in themselves. They find a way to decide that this is the father. See, now, yeah, but that couldn't be a big case. I feel like we're getting to take a break and we try to come back refreshed. Yeah.
What if your child's first step into school was their very first step into the future? At Akon's International School, every classroom is a launchpad. Every child uniquely known. Every lesson a spark of discovery. Our world-class facilities, including the guided reading program, don't just build skills, they build confidence. From sports to science, from music to languages, your child is never boxed in. Clean spaces, happy faces, global minds rooted in care. Because at Akon's International School, wellness, discipline, and joy go hand in hand. We offer Cambridge International program from early years to A levels. Choosing a school isn't just an academic decision. It's a decision about trust, care, and possibility. Imagine more for your child. Choose us today. Because at Akon's International School, we inspire and empower. Welcome to Akon's International School, Kigali.
You're taking some pictures and you're gonna be saying before and after.
In Rwanda, Kazakhstan relations.
General perspective of our society has is that being a man is being that tough, being that less emotional.
There are some companies that you see when they are hiring and says that most that who they want, they are girls.
There's some opportunities that they put here outside, but also men can just have we can also have some more ability or some opportunity to gain that. But because it is made for the women, I just say no.
Many of the families don't allow girls to stay out late. They be like, maybe something wrong can happen to you, who knows? But for the boys, like, he's a grown man.
The main point here is equality. So equality doesn't mean that one have to be higher and other be left behind.
Welcome back again. That was quite a break. So I feel like now we are going to be trying to getting back to the review of whatever we've been saying, and yeah, we give up a whole sum up of our youth unmoderated dialogues. Though like today I chose to be like a moderator. Yeah, but I feel like for me, apart from everything you said, yeah, true, boys might be caught, might be, yeah, being left out, yeah, behind in the gender conversations. But then again, yeah, apart from whatever we said, it's like them being left out, it's because of just the society and also the general perspectives and also the government issues, like having this mission plot. Though it's not the issue, our government didn't establish it without thinking. That's not what I'm meaning here. But again, if that happens, let's try to address the girl. Okay, let's try to empower girls, but not just overlooking or alienating the boys, or just leaving out the boys, in the sense that if a boy be given space, like we believe that there would be a safe space for the boy, like also have to happen these programs. Like my fellow said, they happen to have a program where men can come and engage, they express themselves, they have an open space, they express their emotions, sorry. And I feel like that would be empowered if we happen to have, and also this kind of dialogues. So usually we wish like we could happen to see a lot of dialogues like this, trying to tackle topics or these concerns like this, either the gender conversations, because these days people are in either financial stuff, where how can I make money that fast, AI, softwares, and whatever. But people to tackle on an issue like this, even if we go to mental health, people are in mental health as in abuse or either early childhood or bad parents, but they never try to understand how heavy or the weight or the density of an issue of gender conversation, or how we ended up seeing ourselves in a situation like this, having a whole parliament consisting of 70% of women. I feel like that could change, right?
Yeah.
Either we have it 50-50, or we take it the way it is, so that the boys are really being left out. And also, whoever established an order that a secretary can be a woman or a lady, fire. Yeah, true, fire, yeah. Because who said so? But then again, I feel like we want to see like a lot of women in these sectors where there is a lot of manpower. It's very hard to see like a lady in an industry doing that heavy work. And I know a lot of ladies who are that muscular, well built. Yeah, ladies going to the gym and everything.
Even if they're there, they will be on the case, the accountants
somewhere. Yeah, see the clerk and whatever. Yeah, reception. Office. Yeah. For me on my own side, I'll take it that way. Yeah.
So for me, what I can say is it is very, very good that we empower these women. It is really important, but also for our lovely government and our leaders, empowering them, let it not lead us to forgetting the boys. Like we're empowering someone who to have certain vision, to have a kind of dream to achieve, but also you forgetting someone who has already dreamed of such a dream. So let us not only empower women, but also support these boys, because it will help our society not only to level up, but also to have like that kind of gender balance. Because if not, we're gonna have like most ladies over men doing in those kinds of industries differently. So I guess we should tackle on both sides of gender in mentioning these kind of gender balances. And as my brother said, those NGOs, those government policies, they have to be set. Many of them have to be set basically for men, because for ladies, I guess there are many. And also encourage the society to involve themselves in it, because if not, like they are there, but it is for some people. You will see that not everyone get to know that there are those kind of programs, but if we take like like an advertising that there are those programs designed for men to feel like they are also like into this gender balance thing, like teaching them how to balance, how to manage their emotional, like how to grow up emotionally or psychologically. It will be very good. We see that many people, many boys, many families will send their boys there to go and learn something, which will result in us having like a future where men will be like, they will be strong, of course, but also they will not be like as tough as we have grew up healing as our ancestors used to be, which is also something good. So they have to be done something to improvise this gender thing to tackle different sides. I think yes.
Other thing that I can say is these things of lefting the boys behind will just cause something like some depressions, some boys somewhat. According to the last opinion that was discussing lastly, so there is some program that is most funded because of the women, not focusing about the boys, about some challenge boys meet with in the society. According to there's some opportunities that they put here outside, but also men can just have we can also have some more ability or some opportunity to gain that. But because it is made for the women, I just say no. For example, the last days there is some scholarship that was being given on the Mastercard in South Africa. I just say that, oh my God, I'm going to go into South Africa. So that I just lead the criteria as eligible, those one who is going, you must be a woman.
Female, yeah.
I say, how? I have, am I supposed only to be the woman? For those one who are outside, there's children's, those one who are finishing their schools, we do not have to focus only for the women. We only have to focus on the men, because also if I just got that opportunity to go to find that scholarship, I have also to be engaged in and also apply for it, because the depression that we take the woman also will take me. I will say that, oh, my life ends. Also may we say, oh, my life ends. I no future. I'm no longer still have. So that those opportunity have to be set to the both genders. Even how a man can I can feel, also a woman can feel it. So you have to put the opportunity about the life equally, because also I study as a boy and also women study as a girls, and we learn on the same stage. Most of the women, I have seen that most of the women are the one who passes. Why?
More than us.
Yes, more than boys, because that's why we don't have to put all the opportunity on the side of the girls only, also on the boys. That's what I can say.
There comes atheism. The moment you introduce atheism, yeah, when you're not believing in God, but though for me I do believe, but the moment we introduce atheism or the justice society norms, we cannot be saying by default God made things to be like this. Because when our ministry is giving orders out there, like Gumamurugo, they wouldn't say like, God has told us that today we are not getting out, COVID has come, you just stay at home. Like for us, basically you could be try to target like these, like the people establishing laws and orders, the legislatives and executives, like why things can be changed. Women have been empowered enough. Enough was enough.
No, it's not.
See?
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't say it's
I guess-
enough. We can lift girls and boys at the same time.
Okay,
Yes.
that's
I guess
Yeah,
what
that's
you
what
want to
we're
mean
bringing.
is complaining on the responsibilities.
See?
Which I guess here we're not complaining on the responsibility, because
Yeah.
as a man we
Yeah.
know that we have to
You
do what
complain.
no, you know what we're complaining about is not on the responsibilities that we have to perform as those manly responsibilities. It's not what we are complaining about. What we are complaining about is that you as a society, because those responsibilities also you ladies can perform them. You can,
Not all of them.
except only one. Only one.
Yeah, here for this is like it's as a society we bring the responsibility and we give to men. We say that this man, this is your responsibility. This woman, this is your responsibility.
That is how the
Sure.
agenda goes, though.
Yeah.
Like you know, in a family, as a man, you have to work so that the family can get what to eat. As a lady, what you gonna do? Only stay home, cook for kids, clean up, you know, take care of the children, you know. And but from like that's how the agenda goes. That's how the thing is designed to be, which is wrong, by the way, because as a man I can also stay home and take care of the kids.
Yeah,
Why
sure.
well, a lady can go out and work
Yeah.
for the home? So I guess as a society it's not about the responsibilities, it's about being like having like the same timeline, if I may say, the same kind of agenda. That thing has to be like this, if not like this, nothing, you know. So it's not about responsibility. I'm good to work for my family. I'm I'm glad that I can even be able to do that, you know. But also, if I'm not able to do that by the moment, it's not an insult. It's not being left behind. It's not something which is not manly. That's a normal thing. We have to take it as a normal thing, you know. The issue is that I'm sitting there, I'm not working purposely, like intentionally. But if it's not intentionally, that's not a big deal of a thing, you know.
Parents tend to be harsh on girls in a protective way. Like, for example, many of the families don't allow girls to stay out late. They'll be like, maybe something wrong can happen to you, who knows. But for the boys, like, he's a grown man.
Whenever you feel like coming home, it's okay, you can come.
And in other mental supports, like, parents seem to be caring to girls like more than boys. I think, like, if you're talking about gender equality, we have to build inclusive society where, yes, we have to empower ladies, which is good, but we also have to include the boys so they don't have to be left behind.
Facts. Even invite them in those gender equality conversation, because we find that many of the people who will be on panel of those conversations will be ladies. In like 80% of them will be ladies and 20 will be boys.
Like the moderator only.
Yeah.
Except for the moderator.
So I guess we have to also to include them, to not make them feel like left behind, you know.
How we grows up today is not how our fathers or mother was grows up, or because we know what in the recent age that was passed, how the man was taken and how the woman was taken. But what I can say is not now. How the woman was taken in the recent years is not how the woman is taken these years. The woman in the recent years was not supposed to study and end his schools, because he was raised up as the mother who will just get birth and raise the children and give. So here, by this age, the woman also studies. We also find an equally opportunity here outside. That's why sometime I can get the job that I earn some low money, and some girl in some position of the job get the much of the money, so that the mind have to change. And just if the boys, we also have to get those opportunities, because we are not in the recent age that was passed, because the opportunity here outside, a boy I have, also a woman I have, because I think that's also in the family have also to start and just start to take us as we are an equal people. Yes, thank you.
It's not even like gender balancing. The main point here is equality. So equality doesn't mean that one have to be higher and other be left behind. So we have to empower them to rise, as she said, but also remember to tackle the boy side and support them to get where they dream to get. And as also my brother said, it starts in early ages, like those in education. Basically, if we start like today having those kinds of conversations, we in a near future we'll be having a society which is filled with that kind of equality that we have dreamt to have, because each and everyone will be like, okay, I know I have to do this, I know my responsibility, I know my duties as this kind of a gender that I am. So it will help each and everyone to get to where their goals are leading them, you know. Not only basing on, you know, I cannot be this person because I'm a boy, you know. We have seen that I cannot like in our families. Imagine if this kind of a scenario, if some of the boy like in your family decide to go and study cooking in high school, you see how it would be like, you know more, are you good? you know, but for a girl going there, it is a normal thing. So we have, and you will see that these international chefs, they are male. You know, they are male.
Every big hotel in Rwanda, it's going to happen that you're going to find the chef is going to be a man.
Yeah, but you will not find, like, if you go in those classes, you will not find, like, if the class is consisting with 50 people, you will find like 10 boys only. In the other 40 will be ladies. So it is a mindset that has to change, because there are also boys who have that kind of passion, who have that kind of, you know, talent of cooking, but due to the society's stereotype, you cannot go to master it in school. You will just do the basics that you know at home, but not mentioning to go and study it unless you're going to pay for yourself. That's how many dads said. So it is a mindset that has to change, and it will start like as early as possible, so that in our future, in our coming generation, we'll be having that kind of balance in both like categories.
From that, I would like take it as in from whatever we've been saying, as that, yeah, these boys being left behind in the gender conversation, it's not a thing to be overlooked by. Yeah, really, it is happening, and we've seen it and we've discussed about it. So from that, I feel like either for me, the proposed solutions we had from all our unmoderated dialogue is firstly, either we have to see these programs like one of my fellow, which she chose rightly to change from empower her to empower them. And then again, also, if those programs come to exist or they're already there, we see a lot of men engagement. We don't want to see it as the programs which are designed for women or being led by women. Let's see also the men engaging in them, right? So, but also again, we see it in our education system. So if it is our education system, we try to see either they curate or design a specific curriculum for the gender inclusion. Let's not leave it for we are studying to be a good citizen, as in Umuganda or other Itorero and whatever, but let's try, or Urugerero, sorry. Let's try to make it like also we have a good and better way to try to balance the gender, because it all starts from the beginning. If you are trained like both men and women have equal rights and equal rights and equal what again? Equal rights, equal, I don't know what goes on.
Let it be opportunities.
Opportunities, yeah, as in that. Thank you for that. So
opportunities.
Yeah, so when you studied from at a young age, having that same perspective, that good perspective, you will just get up to the age when the moment you see like someone was hired to be a secretary, don't feel like it was maybe because she was a girl, no, but she really deserved it.
Sure.
Not having it as a stereotype. Let's try to abolish that kind of stereotype. But then again, we also try to see like, okay, for me, I would feel like in my own perspective that the single schools, okay, let them be because of whatever that used to exist. We cannot change the law of the world or the law of the nature, but let it not be a way or like a channel for that gender imbalances. Like we try to make it so, yeah, they happen to exist, but then again, we do see them trying to correlate or to collaborate with other species, because it was an issue we hit on again, right? And also again, we try to see in our government, in our Congress, in our parliament, the 70%. Yeah, truly it can be 50%. Yeah, for me, I would vote for that. Let it be 50-50. Yeah, because whoever is trying to, we are lucky in our Rwanda, like the LGBT concerns are not that in high rise, but if it would happen now, how would we say like there is gender imbalance? So like let's take it when it is still at an early stage. Yeah, either we do see this a lot more conversations and dialogues. But then again, yeah, true. I feel like if we happen to have this lot of dialogues, if you do happen to be having like these dialogues, we tackle those stereotypes. Maybe we are expecting a change. Yeah, a change for good. Yeah, but in my own perspective, I would sum it up in that way. Yeah.
Actually, it will be there, even if it might take like a long time, but it's obvious that if we start as early as possible to have these kinds of conversations, these kinds of change and everything, we'll be having those brighter future, as we say, those kind of vision. I guess now we on 2050.
2050,
we're on
yeah,
period
true,
of
yeah.
2050.
So
Yeah.
we'll be having that kind of gender equality, gender balance. It will be well, because as for ladies, you find that out that many will not feel like working hard because they know they have like a lot of opportunities. But as for man, you have to really sweat out. You have to work as hard as possible because you got no one to back you up. But in the near future, you all will be like, I know I will do my part, and if the opportunity come, it will be either for me, or if not for me, it won't be because of my gender. It will be just because I'm not either able to do that, or I will not be qualified. Not only because of my gender, So it'll be a good thing to see in our future. It will be a good conversation that we'll be having with our children, because if it starts with us, then I guess the impact will be examined well for our children in the near future. So it is a good thing that the government also should just put their effort in, have those ads that encourages people to advertisements, that encourages families, societies in general, to send their kids or their boys having those conversations, that they are able to do those things, but also they are human, regardless of the responsibilities, duties. They are human. They can the things that they see on girls, the emotions and everything, they can also express them in a way, So it's up on our lovely government to empower our society. Yeah, I guess the outcomes will be good. Yeah.
For sure, that's the right point. And also, girls also have to take as they are also keen, they are strong, and also they are strong as the boys, because that gender equality, as the reason why about this topic, reason why boys we left behind is because we are not focused on, but we have also, we need to be cared. We need those opportunities outside, so that also what we can, also girls can, and the opportunity, we need them both, because the earth and life gives the same opportunity. That is the last I can say.
Okay, so answering problems, we are not saying gender equality for boys are not there. And yes, it is there, but it's not enough. It's not enough. So, and I can tell girls, use that opportunity you have given. Use that opportunity. Yeah. Yes, there are more opportunities to girls, but we are not using it as it is. Yes. And everyone who it may concern to make this happen, to make this gender equality happen, should take action to do that. Yeah.
As we know, girls' empowerment was not always there. So I think if we put the same energy that we put in girls' empowerment, and we put that energy in this, it can be lifted up. Like, we can spread that awareness, and people can get it as they are getting the girls' empowerment the same. Yeah.
Matter of fact, this gender equality thing didn't come just to make ladies feel like they are able. No, they was able, but it was there. It just occurred to be. They didn't just recognize that. So that is why there come these kinds of programs. It is not that ladies are not able. No, you are able, but for those programs, it was just to mention it, remind you that you are able, you can do this, you can be this. So it's not you are some even are able than Men.
Yeah.
True.
Yes, for some of them, because we held in our history, the girl who was called Indabaga was the one who just saved his father. Just girls also have the power and just can do everything that they have to look and search for such opportunity and just use for them. That's also there is something that we have to lean on as the girls and the gender equality about, and also boys, we have not to be left behind. Also, we have to be cared as how girls is.
To sum it up, I feel like we could call it a day in a sense that we truly talked a lot about this, but then again, it is the way it is, as in boys being left behind in gender conversation. Maybe we are being left behind, but then again, was our government working on that? Okay, we'll see it if this comes to work out, as in let's try to see now no more boys being high numbers of boys being dropouts in schools, not having safe spaces for boys where they cannot express themselves emotionally. Let's try to not having any more feeling like boys having a lot of empowerment of girls programs doesn't mean undermining boys, like the boys issues not being overlooked. And let's see it in a sense that there is equal opportunities for both girls and boys. Truly. And thank you for today. This was amazing. Truly
Amazing.